It's Astrology Roast. I think it needs to sound like a shitty intro, like a funny shitty intro.
Hi everyone and welcome back to Astrology Roast. As some of you may or may not know, my name's Keren.
My name is Etai and Mercury retrograde is finished.
Yay!
Thank fuck.
I can hear that collective sigh of relief coming from everyone that may be listening to our humble little podcast. Congratulations to everyone who's made it through Mercury retrograde. Mars retrograde has not finished yet, so we're still not quite out of it, but we're here and it's all going well. So we're really excited to be a bit more perky and upbeat today.
It's been an amazing day of being Mercury retrograde free. I came back from a 6-day camp with 70 15-year-olds, and it did take a toll on my mental health. So as a good Aries, I attacked well-being in a very Aries way. So do you want to hear about it, Keren?
Yeah, I'd love to hear about it. What did you do?
I'll tell you. So obviously, well-being is something that Aries don't really do well, because well-being including letting go and being surrendering. But, you know, we have our own way to deal with it. So last night I made a list of everything that I need to do today, and I chose, I have a tracksuit for well-being. So I had to wear my tracksuit, my well-being tracksuit. Then I got up, I had coffee. I actually had like a full-on schedule, and I really wanted to get a diffuser for my essential oils. So
your essential and sensual oils.
Exactly, because you can't have well-being without an expensive diffuser to diffuse your essential oils.
Which were the essential oils which have been bought at Kmart.
Exactly. So I spent maybe 2 hours, and I'm not exaggerating, 2 hours driving around Melbourne from mall to mall, from shop to shop, to find the perfect diffuser. So 2 hours later, I can, sit on this very couch and turn it on and just enjoy the diffuser. Then I went to a yoga class with my tracksuit.
Wow.
Yes. And my yoga teacher noticed the tracksuit, and I told her this is my well-being day. So I'm wearing a tracksuit the whole day. After the yoga class, I went and I got the most expensive vegan healthy snack in the organic shop. And it was disgusting. It was hemp seeds in a snack, and it literally tasted like an asshole, but not in a good way. It tasted actual
It's good to make that clear, that it tastes like an asshole, but not like good.
No, it was like a stale asshole that someone forgotten somewhere.
How much did that set you back?
Or how much was it? Like the snack was $10. The diffuser was $63. It was on sale. Then I also bought a tarot cards deck, and this was a very expensive to take care of your mental health when you're an Aries.
It sounds like an exhausting day of self-care and well-being. I feel exhausted just hearing about your list and your schedule and everything you fitted into your one little day.
Listen, Aries and a Virgo moon, it's just you need lists and you need achievements, and then you're happy.
Yeah, and you look really happy. You look well. Are you well?
I'm so well.
You must be well. Tell me you're well.
I'm well. Everyone is well.
So I've also kind of had a little taste of well-being, if I'm to be honest. And of course I will always be honest with the listeners. Not with myself, but definitely with the listeners. So I actually made a short trip to the Mecca of well-being and also of lists and insane achievements and goals, Sydney. So I was there for a couple of days, and I wasn't there alone. I was there with a little friend, a huge, enormous pimple that's been resting on my chin for the whole 4 days that I was in Sydney. It decided to kind of bubble up just as the plane was landing, in the immaculate scenery of Sydney. My breath was being taken away, but I knew that level of shame would descend upon me as soon as I set into probably the most superficial and judgmental city in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone out there. I'm happy to hear other opinions, but yeah, me and my friend, we had fun. I did have to kind of tell people hey, dining for two, move your eyes upwards. If you're talking to me, can you talk looking in the
face is over
eyes.
here.
My face is here. And it was definitely a really humbling experience for me because Sydney is all about active wear and exercise, and
everyone's so hot.
And my favorite memory is seeing once, during one of the humid downpours of rain there one year, seeing a man half naked with a ripped body roller skating up a hill in the rain. And I was kind of really impressed, but also really reminded that, it's good that I stay there for a couple of days and, trundle along home when I'm finished. So, of course, whilst I was there, the pimple decided to
explode.
Yeah, there was a situation. So that was my time. And I've obviously ended up spending, a lot of money online on skincare treatments that have been recommended by various YouTube, well, I wouldn't say celebrities, people that film things on YouTube. So they're still coming in the mail.
Wow.
But that was my couple of days. So I feel like, we've both had real epiphanies and really huge learnings.
And we both grew as people.
Yeah, we definitely grew.
And things grew on us in your case.
Yeah, and people can still love you in all of your various states.
Definitely.
States being mental state and like emotional state, or state, like where you will go, like different state, New South Wales, Victoria, you get it?
That Gemini wit.
Yeah.
So Netflix and chill is a world phenomenon. People use it. It's a phrase. It's an activity. It's for those of you who are dating or in the dating scene, you know what it means when someone offers you to come and, for Netflix and chill. People don't even offer it now genuinely because they know that when we say Netflix and chill, we say sex.
Yeah, and do you want to explain what Netflix and chill means to those who don't know what it means? Because I actually learnt it a bit late in the game from someone I was working with at work. So not everyone knows what it is.
Okay, so Netflix is a provider of content. It's kind of like for videos and films. If you don't know what it means, you can get a subscription. I think it's like first month is free.
Is that on the internet? Because I've heard about the internet.
It is on the internet, which is ruled by Mercury, as we know. And Netflix is probably ruled by a Gemini because you watch something and then it suggests things that you also like, but they're very different. So like if you watched, I don't know, Crossroads, which is the Britney movie, which is not there, it will suggest Sharknado, because they're very related. But anyway, so in the dating scene, telling someone if they want to come over for Netflix and chill is like, do you want to come over for a movie? And then we can watch the movie in my bed, and then halfway through the movie, we'll have sex and forget about the movie. But instead of being so upfront about it, you just say Netflix and chill.
What do you think grandparents would feel about this? Like, this is a huge change.
No. Well, my grandmom grew up in a village in Morocco and was an orphan by the age of 4.
So what was the equivalent of Netflix and chill?
And then when she was 15, my grandfather came into the village, pointed at her and say, this woman will be my wife. But they were really in love for many, many years. So I don't know, maybe it's like orphan and chill, or
oh my God.
I don't know. Well, every generation has their, ways to meet people and to hook up. And this podcast, if anything, we are here for you, and we are here to help people to get to where they want to get to. And we thought, what a great way to actually a service for the people to create an episode that is a Netflix and chill episode. And we will give you the key to actually, if you're bringing someone over for a Netflix and chill session and you don't know what to put on to set the mood, to set the vibe that will get you in their pants, we're going to give you the videos, the films, anything you need to create the perfect mood for your dates. It's going to be a 2-part episode. So you're now listening to part 1, which is going to cover the fire signs and the air signs. We're going to give you all the tricks. So should we jump right in?
I think we should jump right in.
So we're going to start with Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, as we all know, is the sign of freedom and of adventure and of philosophy and learning and higher education.
Yeah, and again, like last episode, I've been told many things about Sagittarians which never seem to be true when I meet them. So Sagittarians out there, I'd love to have a coffee with you one day and work out what actually you're about, because I don't know. But in thinking about Sagittarius and what you should put on for your date with a Sagittarius, or perhaps you are a Sagittarius inviting someone to your little love shack, I couldn't help but think about one of my favourite older celebrities, Gwyneth Paltrow. And yes, she still is around. Yes, she survived her breakup with Chris Martin, her conscious uncoupling.
Also, they look exactly the same.
They do, and like Apple and Twig and Moses, or whatever their kid. Yeah. So Gwyneth Paltrow actually has two really famous films. And I think either of these films would be really appropriate for Sagittarius to really enjoy a Netflix and chill session. So one of her famous films would be Sliding Doors, which is all around missed opportunities. You know, what happens when you cut your hair? What happens when you leave your hair long? And, you know, if you get on that train, or if you don't get on that train, will you miss the opportunity for love? Wow. Probably.
So it's literally a philosophical movie.
Yeah, it's a really question about philosophy and the opportunities that we have and we squander, the haircuts that we can and we can't achieve. So very deep, very Sagittarian. But another Gwyneth Paltrow film, which could also set a really sexy, sensual energy in your home next to your laptop, is Gwyneth Paltrow's less famous film, Seven, where one of the letters in the title is with the number 7. Wow. Now, that also stars Brad Pitt back when they were together and they also looked exactly the same. Gwyneth, you know, it's not the first time around the block. And spoiler alert, I'm sorry, I know not everyone's seen it, but at the end of this film, Gwyneth Paltrow's head ends up severed and in a box. So I think Brad Pitt, who's her partner in the film, opens up the box and finds his partner's head in a box, being Gwyneth Paltrow's head in a box.
What's his reaction in this moment?
It's the end. I don't know. It's some crescendo. I wasn't paying attention to the whole thing. The main thing being that it's a real psychological thriller. And, you know, for those who didn't think that Gwyneth Paltrow was a good actor, despite her Oscar win for Shakespeare in Love, wow, she's still not a good actor. But as a severed head in a box, I was very impressed. And her haircut was pretty cool too. So both great options, Sagittarius, love making, philosophy, kind of, yeah, good vibes.
I need to check it out. I always felt like Gwyneth Paltrow is like, she gets a role and in the movie, it's almost like she's surprised she got the role.
Yes.
So every sentence she's saying, she has like this little smile of like, I can't believe I'm here and I don't know what the next line is.
Which is exactly the opposite situation to Nicole Kidman, who's like, of course I got the role. Of course I'm relevant.
But also, what is the next line? I don't know. Okay, so next we have Aries. And Aries, Keren, you said it earlier and I couldn't agree more, that Aries is actually not Netflix and chill, it's chill and Netflix.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Well, Aries, as we know, they are ruled by Mars and one of the most sexual signs. So I don't feel like they're mucking around when they invite you over for some hot loving, as some of the young people are doing these days. They're not going to put a film on and wait until the time is right. They're going to be pretty clear about it. So I think it's just chill, aka maybe some heavy petting or some pashing. For anyone that's listening outside of Australia, pashing is our way of saying heavy kissing. Making out, as the Americans would say. So, yeah, I reckon they're just getting right down to it.
Definitely, and I think that Aries is like chill and then do an activity. Yeah. So, like, you can have sex with an Aries and then go to a karaoke room. Yeah. And, like, that would be the Netflix part.
Yeah, so exhausting.
So, on to our beautiful Leos. I think Leos would watch anything with Kate Hudson because even though I don't think she is a Leo, I will check, but even though she's not a Leo, she looks like a Leo and I feel like every Leo wants to see a movie starring themselves. I think another option for Leos to watch is actually their own Insta story.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a Leo a bit horny, tell them that you want to see their Insta story and that will get them ready for you.
Yep, 100%.
More ideas? Do you think anything could also speak to a Leo?
Like, I reckon if they've got any childhood videos of them dancing in Surfers Paradise, that's going to go on the TV. Anything involving them is being played on repeat at their house.
I just checked Kate Hudson's birthday, and she is a cusp, an Aries and a Hitler, an Aries and a Taurus cusp.
That is still the cusp that Hitler has.
Yeah, it's the same as she has the same birthday as Hitler. And our beautiful Geminis, what do they like? What do they need to get them in the mood?